Hello guys, Svetlana Shlapak, the founder of UKVisaSuccess.com is here. Just only yesterday the Home Office updated its coronavirus guidance. I think the updates are very positive and uplifting, and in today's video I'll explain what they are. Now let me show you what we are going to cover in this video. And there is a lot to cover. First of all, we'll start with the discussion of how a Home Office encourages people to leave the country and how they can apply for what is known as exceptional assurance, which forms they need to complete, and which documents to submit, if any, and also what to do if you already completed the online form. And what if your visa expires after 31st of October 2020? Are there any options for you? Can you do anything if you are in the UK without a valid visa? So we'll discuss this as well. And also we'll talk about the Home Office policy for reusing fingerprints, amazing concessions for Tier 1 entrepreneurs, students or child students, Tier 2, and Tier 5 migrants, NHS workers, global talent migrants, and also how you can get a free of charge visa replacement. And also we'll talk about the concessions for Appendix FM applicants, those who are here as a spouse of a British citizen. So first of all, the Home Office asked everyone whose visa is about to expire to take reasonable steps to leave the country. However, if for whatever reason you cannot do this and your visa is about to expire, from 1st of November 2020 until 30th of November 2020, you'll need to get what is known exceptional insurance by completing a special form. And I can send you the link to this form if you request it at ukvisasuccess.com/it gets better. So what is exceptional assurance? Exceptional assurance is a special permission given by the Home Office. It is not a new visa, it's just a short-term protection against any negative actions or consequences which you may face because of the expiry of your visa. So for example, if your visa expired and you get stopped by the police, with this exceptional assurance, they cannot take any further actions against you. Also, usually, if you remain in the UK without a valid visa, this is highly likely to affect your future visa applications. However, with this exceptional assurance, the Home Office will completely disregard the overstaying period. The next question which I would like to answer in this video is whether or not you need to submit any documents when completing this form. The answer is no, you don't need to submit any supporting documents when completing the form. The form is relatively straightforward one, and it should not really take you more than 5 minutes to complete. And at that stage, when completing the form, you don't need to submit any documents. However, what the Home Office is likely to do after they receive your form is that they're likely to contact you by email and request further documents to confirm your exceptional circumstances. And these can be medical reports, cancelled flight tickets, and any other forms of documents confirming that you cannot leave the country before your visa expires. But what if you already completed the application form? Due to a number of applications submitted, it may take actually a while for the Home Office to respond to your completed form, and therefore, if you already completed the form, there is nothing else for you to do. All you need to do is just to sit and wait. It will probably be a relief for you to know that during the time when you submitted the form and before the Home Office responds to this, you'll get a 100% immunization against any actions against you. In other words, during this time, you will not be an overstayer, even if your visa expired. And also, the expiry of your visa will not affect any future applications. However, if you've completed the Home Office form in the past and they already responded to your form, quite naturally, you will be expected to complete the form again and to go through the whole process again. Just make sure that you contact them if you already received their response to the previous application. Okay, so what if your visa expires after 31st of October 2020? There are a number of UK immigration rules which do not allow in-country switching. Switching is a legal term which describes the process of changing the UK immigration category. So, for example, if you entered the UK, let's say as an international student, and then you got married to a British citizen and you've applied for a British spouse visa, this means you switched. And that is because you changed your immigration category from student visa to a spouse or British citizen visa. So if you remain in the UK in the immigration category which does not allow switching, for example, if you are here as a visitor and your visa expires after 31st of October 2020, the Home Office will make an exception and they will allow you to switch. However, there are some conditions attached to this rule. You'll need to show that your visa application is an urgent one. For example, because you need to start a new job or a course. And when submitting a visa application, you'll need to very clearly explain the urgency of your application and provide the Home Office with the documents to support it. But what if you're already in the UK without a visa? Well, the good news is that if your visa expired between 24th of January 2020 and 31st of August 2020, the Home Office will completely disregard this period of time. However, they did say that if you did not make any visa applications or did not request an exceptional assurance, you will need to make arrangements to leave the UK as soon as possible. Also, I would like to explain the rules with regards to reusing your fingerprints. The Home Office also confirmed that if you're already in the UK and you are applying as a student or as a child student, and this includes the Tier 4 visas, the Home Office will reuse your fingerprints. However, they will need to contact you in writing, so it's not up to you to decide. So they need to contact you. They will send you an email and they will tell you where to send them your photo and also which documents they will expect you to submit together with the application. So in other words, if you are applying in this immigration category, you don't need to provide your biometric information. And also we have some very good news for Tier 1 entrepreneurs. If COVID-19 disrupted your business, the Home Office said that you no longer need to employ at least 2 people for 12 consecutive months to meet your visa requirements. They said that the 12-month period you were supposed to employ someone for can be made up of multiple jobs across different months. And also, if you could not meet the employment requirements altogether due to coronavirus, the Home Office said that they would allow you to remain in the UK for longer, so they would temporarily extend your stay to give you extra time to meet these requirements. And this concession will cover applications made after 31st of May 2020. It is provided, of course, that the jobs you were relying on were indeed disrupted by COVID-19. If you remain here in the UK as a student or a child student, then the Home Office said that you are allowed to start your course without waiting for them to approve your visa application. And they said that you need to meet a few requirements. First of all, your sponsor will need to be a student sponsor, and your sponsor should have given you a confirmation of acceptance for studies, and you submitted your application before your current visa expired, and you show your sponsor evidence of this. And the course you start is the same as the one which is listed on your confirmation of acceptance for studies. And also you have a valid academic technology approval scheme certificate if this is required for your course. Guys, just to let you know that if you'd like to know more about the student route, you are very welcome to request this information at ukvisasuccess.com/student. Precisely the same rules apply to Tier 2 and Tier 5 applicants. The UKVI confirmed that you could start working without waiting for them to approve your visa application, provided, first of all, your sponsor assigned you with a certificate of sponsorship. Secondly, you submitted your visa application before your current visa expired. And finally, your job is the same as the one listed on the certificate of sponsorship. And if you would like to know more about the Tier 2 applications, you can request it at ukvisasuccess.com/Tier 2 apply. And also for the Tier 5 applicants, you may probably find this useful if you request more information at ukvisasuccess.com/Tier 5. And all the information which you'll be requesting is completely free, and it will be within less than 60 seconds in your inbox. Okay, now let us talk about the NHS workers. First of all, let me say thank you so much for all your hard work during this year. Okay, so all NHS workers can work at any NHS hospital during the coronavirus outbreak, and the Home Office no longer requires your employer to inform them of the change in your place of work. And you can also carry out any extra work in actually any role at any skill level and work as many hours as you want to. And these concessions applies to those who are here on a student visa, and this includes Tier 4 students. It is provided the job is on the eligible profession list. So if you'd like to have a look at the eligible profession list, you're very welcome to request it here at ukvisasuccess.com/it gets better, all one word. And if you're in the UK as a Tier 2 worker, you can get your second job at NHS without asking the Home Office for their permission. And there is even more good news for pre-registration nurses. The deadline for you to sit your occupational structured clinical exam has been extended to 31st of December 2020. And by the way, if you don't pass your exam on the first attempt, you will be able to do so before 31st of May 2021. And we have more good news for the COVID-19 scientists. They are now allowed to apply under the global talent route. And more information about this route you can request at ukvisasuccess.com/global talent. Okay, let me tell you more about global talent visas. As you probably know, there are two stages to this visa application. The first one is the endorsement stage, and the second one is the visa application stage. Generally, all global talent visa folks have only 3 months to make their stage 2 visa application after their endorsement application has been granted. However, the Home Office now waives these rules, and they tell us that you can now disregard this 3 months rule if the endorsing body granted your endorsements after 24th of January 2020. However, you still have to make your stage 2 global visa application before 1st of January 2021. And the same endorsement concessions may apply to the startup and innovator migrants. However, the Home Office did say in their guidance that with these types of applications, they will be looking at the applications on the case-by-case basis. Okay, and the Home Office also confirmed that if you're outside the UK and your short-term visa expired or about to expire because you were unable to travel during COVID-19 time, you can reapply for a free a replacement visa. It is provided that you do so before the end of 2020. And for you to request a visa replacement, you'll need to contact the UKVI Coronavirus Immigration Help Center, and you can get the details here at ukvisasuccess.com/. It gets better. And when you contact them, you need to bear in mind that you will need to provide them with some essential information in order to comply with your request. First of all, you'll need to provide your full name, your nationality, your date of birth, and your GWF reference number. And in the subject line, you'll need to insert a replacement 30-day visa. And your new visa will be valid for 90 days. And finally, I would like to talk about the Appendix FM applications, those who are here as spouses of British citizens. So if you remain here as a spouse of a British citizen, the Home Office will typically expect you to meet the minimum income requirements. And this is at least £18,600 gross for the main applicants, and the additional £3,800 for the first child, and then additional £2,400 for each additional child. Alternatively, if you are relying on some exemptions, you still need to meet the adequate maintenance test. The UKVI will waive these requirements until 1st of January 2021, but they did say that there are a few conditions. First of all, you need to prove that you experienced a loss of income due to coronavirus. Secondly, that your employment income immediately before the loss of income was at sufficient level for at least 6 months before the income loss date. And if you stopped working altogether because of coronavirus, the Home Office said that they would consider your application as though you were earning 100% before COVID-19 time. The same rules apply to self-employed people. It is provided you suffered a loss of income between 1st of March 2020 to 1st of January 2021. And so this is it, my friends. This is all we wanted to discuss in today's video. I would like to invite you to visit this page, ukvisasuccess.com/more, where you'll find plenty of free immigration resources explaining various immigration rules. And I also invite you to subscribe to a new, very, very succinct and short newsletter where I'll be updating you on various changes in the world of UK immigration law, and also I will be sending various exclusive invitations to the members of ukvisasuccess.com community. You'll only be able to get these offers if you are subscribed to this newsletter. Have an amazing week, guys.